Hello everyone, this is Halloween Haunter here, and welcome back to another Halloween video. In this Halloween video, we're gonna be unboxing the Spirit Halloween 2021 Henry Hustle. Now, if you've already seen some of my other doll reviews or my Headless Jack unboxing, you'll probably already know that I got this guy at the Spirit Halloween flagship store on opening day. I was there, and I actually got this guy and those other props there. And the reason why I'm finally now doing a video on him is because I actually had to ship him back to my place because I don't live in New Jersey. I actually had to fly to New Jersey to see everything. But now, I have finally received in the mail. I'm recording this the day of my upload on the Headless Jack video. So I have waited a bit to kind of unbox this guy. But basically, here he is. Here's his box. This is Henry Hustle. Arm moves up and down, revealing your card before the head pops up for a shrieking surprise. Lights up with white LED eyes and speaks three sinister phrases. Stands 5 feet 0.9 inches tall. Side of the box just had the same kind of a diagram, and the back of it kind of just show, or actually the side right here is just more of that diagram of his head popping up. Here's the back of the box. There's the kind of story right there, kind of more of the options you have. Here's the price tag, and his anim number is 3376. And yeah, so unlike Headless Jack, this guy has been already released a long time ago, about a month ago almost. And we first saw him in the blueprints for the Graveyard Shift in June. So when I first saw that, I knew that Henry Hustle would be a prop I have to get, and after I saw the Graveyard Shift, I knew he would be the one I have to pick up at the flagship store. So now we're gonna finally unbox him. Just kind of show his parts. I'm gonna try to rush this a little bit, but we got his clothing right here. We got his two shoes. They are hollow, just lids, not like full shoes, and they're kind of a kind of more dull plastic look to them. Then we have one of his heads. Wow, this is really cool. Here's his head. Kind of his main classic head. Looks very cool. It's kind of squished right there, but I can probably squish that back into place. We got some poles right here. We have, let's see, we have a control box right here. We got his hat right here. We have his arm and a hip loop, and another sort of arm right here, it seems like. Then we have his other arm and some kind of, I guess, a shoulder pad, I can guess. I don't really know what this is yet. I have not really watched other people's videos of him, so I don't really know too much about him. I've seen his mechanism, but I haven't really paid attention otherwise to that. And here's his head, but his eyelid fell out, so I'm gonna have to fix that. It's right here, his eyelid's right here, so I'll have to fix that, but it fell out. But yeah, it's his head. It's pretty interesting to see with one eye. This kind of sucks, but we'll fix that. And here's his mechanism. I have seen this in a video, so this is pretty cool. And the last kind of pieces we got is probably another shoulder piece. I don't know really. I haven't really, again, I'm paying attention too much to that. And the final part looks to be his base. So that is pretty much all his pieces. So now let's finally start standing him up. Alright, so I didn't even notice when I was unboxing this guy, but my Henry Hustle is actually missing the instructions. The most important part to help me build this guy. So I kind of had to set this guy up just by the way it looked and just by the way the poles kind of connected. So I did some stuff kind of out of order, kind of like I put the neck ruffle after I put the clothes on, which you probably should do before. I did notice online they do have instructions, so if you are missing some, they do have some online. But for the most part, it was actually kind of easy. The only hard part for me was actually figuring out that joint arm, the arm that moves the card, because where it connects at the joint, it was kind of confusing. They do have screws already placed in where they go on the prop, so if you were wondering which screw goes where, it's already in place of where it goes. You just have to unscrew it and rescrew it in to where it goes. But I actually did figure it out, the joint arm, after I was done with this kind of clip. But for the most part, actually kind of easy, not that bad. I mean, I'm not really sure if the instructions really tell you clearly how the arm joint works. I didn't really notice it in the instructions. It didn't look very clear. But I'm sure people will get the hang of it or figure out how it works. I figured it out, so I think people will too. So overall, that's pretty much it for the startup on Henry Hustle. I overall think he was pretty easy. A little frustrating with the screws and figuring that joint arm. But besides that, he's pretty simple and pretty good to go. So anyways, that's pretty much it for Henry Hustle's kind of startup. Overall, it's not too bad, but the screws take a long time. So let's just now finally kind of look at a demo of him and kind of just an overall overview on him, and that's pretty much it for the video from there. So let's now finally look at a demo of the Henry Hustle animatronic.
Step right up and pick a card. It seems you've picked the card of death.
Alright, so I have finally unboxed the Henry Hustle animatronic from Spirit Halloween and done a demo on him. And now let's finally just go a quick overview on him. He is really cool. We're going to start off with the detail first, kind of just showing how he is, and then I'm just going to kind of tell my things about him. So his detail is very nice. He's got his clown shoes down here. He's got the red and black ones. Now, a lot of people thought this was going to be a Seasonal Visions International prop because of the fact that in the blueprints, he had a similar SBI clown shoe mold to the SBI clowns from their shoes. And it still is very similar. Of course, it is different. Seeing it better. There's different details. I just now noticed he's got one of the card symbols on his shoes, which is really cool. And his shoe mold is just like it. It's a one-piece kind of fold-in ones, which is, I wish it was full shoes, but it doesn't really matter. You're not really going to see the bottom of the shoes anyways. They are a bit flimsy, but I feel like they're less brittle than the SBI ones. And more with his clothing, if you notice, one side is kind of like black and the other turns red, and they kind of crisscross right there. In Flagship, in the demo, these shoes are mixed. I just did it the way the box has it, which is this correct way, which is the black with the black pants and the red with the red pants right here. So I did it like that. He's got the wooden base, like the Crazy Crate props. It feels a lot more durable this time around, and it just is really cool overall. Now, I did have to slightly modify this guy, and I think a lot of people do this too. So, unfortunately, Henry Hustle has this problem where when his head pops up, you can barely see like half the head. It's like up to here. But what I've done to fix this kind of problem, as you can see here, it doesn't look that bad, but it's pretty decent overall, is I actually just disconnected the shoulder bracket right here, and I've kind of bent it a little bit. It did kind of snap right here when I was bending it, but I just put tape on it. It's not that bad of a snap. But overall, I think he looks better like this, with his head poked out like that. It's a problem, unfortunately. I hope next year they fix that. If it does start to bug me a lot, I might just go ahead and get a new spring for it, or try to, make a new spring for it, just because that is a bit of a problem it has. It's just unfortunate. It seems like the Flagship problem for this guy is going to be a pretty common problem this year with Henry Hustles. But yeah, if you want to kind of do your own modifications, you can. I think it's going to work fine. He does have a similar mechanism to Man's Possessed Friend, Higbo Popper, Experiment Number 4, those kind of props. So that's pretty interesting to see that reused. His cards are really cool. They're both sides are just Joker cards, which is really cool. Getting the clipping on the hands was really hard. His hand molds are pretty cool. They're more like gloves. They look really nice still. Nice like wrinkles in them and finger, prints on them. It just looks really nice. You can kind of see the fingers too. Looks pretty real. Once again, those cards are really nice. They look very detailed. They're not that bad of quality either. I mean, not the greatest thing ever. They're pretty fun. His clothing, his shirt, kind of has the same thing as the pants. It has like these symbols from the cards on him, like the hearts and such are kind of placed onto him. He's got 2 ruffle collars. He's got one right here and one right here to kind of hide that he has 2 heads, which is cool. His second head is very detailed. It's more grayish, looks really nice. It's got some like kind of dirt and blood marks around him. And he's got his paint on him too. Unfortunately, when mine was out of the box, these eyelids came off. This one came off pretty easily. I got these on there, not glued on here, but they're fine. They're tight on there. You can always put them back on. His teeth are very cool. They're like this yellowish color, and he's got like a tongue right here, but it's not really detailed. I mean, it just looks like gums, really. I don't even think it's a tongue, actually. Would have been cool if his mouth moved, but I can see why it doesn't. That would have made the mech even more strained, because there's already 2 heads on it. But this first head, the more classic clown head, looks really cool too. It's got this black ruffle too. His hair is very nice. I like his hair a lot. It's not the most noticeable hair, but it is very nice. It still adds to him. You can still see it, obviously. His hat looks very nice. I like the kind of striped pattern and then the kind of red puffball on him. His face is really cool. Mine's nose is a bit bent. That's fine. His face is really cool. I love his eyes and the smile. I love his teeth too. It looks really cool on him. And his eyes just look very creepy for his kind of clown appearance. You know, he looks more like a traditional clown, which is really cool because, you know, I think we get too many monster clowns, so seeing a clown like this is very nice. But then it actually does have a monster head underneath it, which is even a better touch. I just think this guy is overall very unique. Probably my favorite modern clown prop we have, which is saying a lot because I like props like Crouchy and Wally and Wacky Mole, but this guy I think takes the cake for being the best modern clown, and he overall is really cool. So the back of him, I'll try to show the mechanism if I can. But there's the mechanism. It's just like a Halo Popper Man's Possessed Friend mechanism. As you can see here, it does sometimes pop up all the way, sometimes it doesn't. Once again, I modified mine so it looks like it can pop up all the way, but if you want to add another spring, you can. It's also got these ears right here. Like, these ones are a lot longer than these ones. These are more like normal human ears. These ones are more like pointy ones, which is cool. His head is a hard plastic. This one's more of a vinyl, which is great. I'm glad it's not latex or anything. And overall, his appearance is great. It's a great appearance, looks awesome, and I overall do appreciate it. So he cost $229.99 or $230, and personally, I don't think that's that bad. I mean, I think he's got a pretty cool look. He's got great detail, good animation. I mean, $200 is the ideal price for him, I guess, but you know, $230 I don't think is honestly that bad. I still think what you get is worth it. You get 2 heads. He is about 5'9", which is accurate, but it is not 5'9" from right here. It is like, you know, over 6 feet like that, which is cool because people were worried that he would actually be 5'9" at that height, but Spirit's sight is very inaccurate with that, so he is not 5'9" when he's popped up all the way. So overall, I do recommend Henry Hustle a lot. He's very awesome. I'm so glad I got him. Definitely my favorite thing I got from Flagship. Just overall an awesome prop. I think a lot of people would like him. I think he can scare a lot of people, especially people who don't even really know what it's gonna do. We already know what it's gonna do, but people who don't know what it's gonna do is, I think it definitely will kind of surprise them with that. So I think it is overall pretty awesome. So that is pretty much my review on the Henry Hustle Animatronic. He doesn't seem to be very bad quality either. The only thing that might be bad quality is that mechanism, but even then, I don't see it break that much. You know, there were some props like Halo Popper that had it bad, but I don't think Henry Hustle has it that bad. I don't think he's gonna break. He seems to be pretty durable, pretty good metal, pretty good material, but overall, pretty much a solid prop to set up, and nothing really wrong with that. So yeah, so overall, I do recommend Henry Hustle a lot. He's very awesome, and that is pretty much it for my kind of overview and unboxing on the Henry Hustle Animatronic. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe to Howling Hawk Today for more Howling videos, and I'll see you guys later, and goodbye.